You guys were really aggressive on the forecheck early on, kind of resulting in the first goal. Is that kind of the message you guys are trying to send early on, or was that kind of just how the game went?
We are at our best when we're forechecking. It's a race to their goal line a lot of times, and wherever you're at, it's hard to play defense under pressure. So we wanted to pressure their defensemen and create some turnovers. I think our first goal is a result of that. Our guys were ready to go. We kind of challenged them, how are we going to respond after a win on a Saturday? Are we still going to be in celebration mode from the night before, or are we going to answer the bell? And our guys came out hard and fast, and got our student section into it, which I think was, which is obviously something we can draw from. And again, like, unbelievable. The student section all night long, the energy, and they stayed till the finish. And fortunate to have them on our side.
Coach, how about Kayden? We talked about it last night, but really late in the game, it felt like the confidence was almost like robust in a lot of ways. Did you sense the confidence kind of late there? I mean, when he was flashing the leather in a couple of those glove saves that he had to do?
He wasn't coming out, so he was in the zone, and but that's him. He wants to make each save. He's focused on just making the next save, and he's matured and he's hardened through junior hockey, and he's excited for an opportunity.
How about both these freshmen, really, in the net? I mean, Josh got some starts here early in the season, but these last 3 wins have all, been Kayden's net. I mean, to have that composure and to see that from freshmen, how encouraging is that for you?
It's really encouraging. I think that's part of our process, though, is when you get a new program and you want to develop your own talent and give opportunities to some young guys that you're going to grow with. We have 2 freshman goalies who've gotten a shot. And Zach Rose has really been a key to the goalie room in providing that veteran presence. And I think the strength in the room, the fact that we have goaltenders on staff that do a tremendous job of developing our goaltenders and putting them in a great mind space, I think we're reaping the rewards on Friday and Saturday nights.
Can you walk me through the game winner there? I mean, I know Arnaud takes the penalty there and then comes back when you guys are 3-on-3 and really seals the deal, obviously. He came out and made a play. I think the story of that is the guys that allowed him to have that opportunity. Our 3 killers that were on the ice and our goalie for the 2 minutes to start overtime did a tremendous job, sacrificing, staying committed to our form, and that allowed Vash to come out of the box fresh. You saw a freshman make a play to him, and he was able to make a nice move in tight and put it up top. And what a huge moment, but it was really a collection of a bunch of guys allowing Vash to have that moment. How about just the energy in the building there at the end too? One of the loudest I feel like I've heard it in there in the 4 games that I've been in here, but not as full as it was the opening weekend, but you could really sense the energy was just there.
There's great energy. What a brilliant plan to make an arena this size on campus. That's why. That is a feeling you don't get many places in our sport. And to have it here at Augustana University, we're really fortunate. It's exciting because we're going to enjoy more nights like this. And I actually stuck around on the ice because I wanted to see our guys go celebrate with our students. And what a fun and exciting moment. It's part of what it's all about. To enjoy a good Saturday night like this with our fans in our own building is pretty cool.
3 wins in a row, Coach. 10 wins on the season. At this juncture here, what's that a testament to? Really, just to kind of have a first-year program having as much success as you guys have had.
We're fortunate to have great kids. I mean, quite honestly, we have leadership. We have a young group that's following. They're committed to each other. They're really excited to be here in Sioux Falls. They're in love with Augustana and this community. And I think when you feel like you're a part of something, greater than yourselves, something special. I think it adds a new life, a new energy. And we keep calling our group resilient. They are, but I think they're just having so much fun together. They're so committed to one another. And at this point in the season as a coach, to have leaders like we do leading the way, it makes our job a heck of a lot easier because they're driving the bus.
Speaking to Vachon, and last night he was ejected, and then today he got the penalty. There are a lot of setbacks for him, but he just dusts them off and gets right back into it. Can you allude more to the fact of him just being a part of something big and how he's able to come out to it?
He's mature. He's a leader. He was disappointed in the penalty that he took yesterday. Obviously, you'd like to have not been called on the penalty that he was called tonight, especially at that juncture in the game. But it's a pretty lonely feeling in the box, but you certainly have another level of motivation when you get free, and that's what we saw. He was, knowing him, he was so grateful for the guys in the work they did to get through that penalty. He wanted to end this baby for him, and he went ahead and did that.
What does it mean to have your first 2-0 weekend in this building?
It was going to happen. So glad it happened sooner rather than later. It just our guys showed up this weekend and played a good week in hockey. We had outstanding goaltending. We had a tremendous atmosphere, and when you play how we played, most nights you're going to get the result.
First-hand look at Coach Walsey's team. What do you kind of how do you assess it?
I think that they're fast, they're talented. They have two very strong goaltenders, and I think they have a little swagger. They have they're obviously going to be a handful for whoever draws them in the CCHA playoffs. I'm excited to follow it. I know they're banged up, but again, their core forwards were in the lineup, and those guys are dangerous on the rush. We had our hands full in covering them. They had a lot of lateral passes, and again, our goaltender gave us a chance this weekend, and there was some shots that he saved that I don't know if many could.
Arnaud, walk me through just can you walk me through the final moments of regulation, really into overtime? I mean, you take the penalty. I know you weren't too happy with it, but then to kind of answer back there, I mean, can you walk me through the play?
Yeah, I don't think the refs really liked me this weekend. Anything I did was kind of a penalty, but yeah, it's unfortunate that I took that penalty, but the penalty kill came out big. Harvey, again, huge saves like he did all weekend. And then that just builds momentum. You heard the fans going nuts after that kill, and then that just gave us energy to get that goal.
How about the energy just in those final moments? What do you that's one of the loudest I feel like I've heard this building, and it wasn't a sold-out crowd like it was the opening weekend. I mean, I feel like the energy kind of fed into you guys a little bit?
100%. I mean, like I said, you kill that penalty, you hear the crowd go nuts, you see those shirtless football players in the back there, and they're into it, so we got to get into it too, and we feed off that energy, and ultimately that's why we won 2 big games this weekend.
Yeah, can you talk to me a little about Kayden? You have 2 freshman goalies that have really stepped up this year and really played composed in the net. What have you sort of seen from Kayden here? This is 3 wins in a row for him, and just kind of his demeanor. Can you tell me what you see there?
Yeah, he's calm back there. We trust him. There's not much to say. I mean, we saw the last 2 games here. He stopped everything in front of him, held his rebounds, and I mean that makes it easy for us to do our job up front.
Kayden, how about you? Just seeing the puck again well tonight. I mean, how are you feeling out there? You feel like you sort of settled in a little bit?
Yeah, I felt pretty confident out there tonight. Obviously, in the first, team did a great job letting me see everything, and then once you get through a good period and team's playing well, then you have confidence with them and confidence in myself. So.
How do you take away from the energy in the building there at the end of the game?
It's like it makes it so much easier to, make those big saves, or when you're a little gassed on a penalty kill in overtime, like that feeds your energy a lot.
How about just you and Josh? Both coming in here as freshmen. talking about that goalie room, what's the dynamic like, and how does Zach play into that too?
The goalie room's awesome. Me and Josh obviously have we're competitive with each other, but that's a great thing. And then Rose is a great mentor. He kind of helps us out with things that we haven't really learned yet. And just awesome room, awesome goalie coaches, and been super fun so far.
Already 10 wins this season. What's that a testament to in terms of this team?
I think our resilience, but also our ability to buy in. Obviously, there's ebbs and flows being a first-year team, but I think we've been on the high side of it a lot this year. Granted, our coaches keep us level-headed all year, and I mean, we just go to work every night, and that's why we win all these games.
Just the experience you guys have, though, having some older guys on the team like Ryan and like Luke, I mean, Shay, you yourself, I mean, how does that play into a group where you have, as many freshmen as you do as well, and you're able to have the success as a first-year team?
Yeah, it's great having all this experience on the team, but being a new team, we're basically all first-year guys in a way. And a big part of, I think, our success is how close we are in the locker room. There's no cliques. We have each other's backs at every situation, and that pays off ultimately at the end of the game.
These last 3 wins, what has been the key to stringing together this winning streak?
Yeah, we didn't have our best game Friday in Bemidji. We all knew that, and we saw that with the score. But we came out on fire on Saturday, and we played for each other, and that's a big thing that we talk about in the locker room, is playing for each other in all these moments. And that's what we've been doing these past 3 games, and really proving to the CCHA that we're the team.
Arnaud, last night you got ejected. You said the refs didn't really like you this weekend. Can you talk about your resiliency? Your coach even said that you're a leader, and can you just elaborate more on that and how you feel even getting the game winner?
Yeah, I mean, I try to play my game, the same game every single time I'm on the ice. I just try to be consistent, and I guess this weekend for some reason that came with a lot of penalties. But at the same time, I know I got to be accountable for those, and when I'm out of the box, I got to play my game and try to help the team as much as I can.
And also, you led with 7 shots tonight. Obviously, you're motivated. Can you talk about what's motivating you and this team?
Yeah, I mean, I went on a stretch there where I was pointless for a bit, and I kind of looked back at my game and I wasn't taking enough shots. So part of my game, I'm changing up a little bit, just trying to take more shots, and you never know what's going to happen when you shoot one on net.
What ran through your mind when that shot went in and everybody just started, crowding you and bombarding you and how happy they were?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, you just heard the energy in the building. I still have a headache from yelling, honestly. And guys yelling in my ear, you can hear from my voice. It's cracking a little bit because I was just yelling all the time. But yeah, it's cool. It's a cool feeling to score that goal.
And Kayden, your coach said that some of the shots that you saved tonight, he doesn't know anybody else that could probably do the same thing that you did. Can you speak to how you stepped up and, just stepped in that role that, Zach obviously had to begin the year, so can you speak to how you just stepped up as a freshman?
Yeah, Coach Raboin, obviously that's very complimentary of him. I don't know how true it is. I'm sure some other guys could do it too. But, yeah, I mean, for me, I just love playing in hockey games. The game, the atmosphere, the energy, it's so fun, and I have so much fun doing it that when I get in there, it just doesn't come easy, if that makes sense, but I enjoy every moment of it, so it makes it better.
Kayden, how much confidence can you take in that you're the one in between the pipes for this 3-game winning streak?
Yeah, obviously it makes me confident in myself, but also I love doing it for these guys as well. I love being able to help them out when I can, and just being a part of it is awesome.
For both of you guys, first 2-0 weekend in this building, how does it feel? What does it mean?
It's awesome. It was unlike anything I've ever been a part of. At the end there, I couldn't hear anything when I was skating down to Vash. Almost tore a hamstring how fast I was going. I'm not meant to go that fast, but it was amazing. I'm so excited for what's to come.
You guys are 40% that, this team is about being a part of something bigger than you guys think yourselves. Can you just allude or elaborate on that?
Yeah, I mean, the trust the community's been put in us to bring a D1 team here. I mean, you see the fans show up today with all their energy. Even though we went 0-2 to open up Midco, they still show up every night, give us support. We feel it in the community, we feel at school, we feel it with their professors. all around. So it is bigger than just us, and we're thankful for all that.
Arnaud, one quick question. Arnaud, can you talk to me just kind of about the differences between, you know, the level of competition you were playing out east and kind of, you know, this brand of hockey here, you know, St. Thomas being the first place team in the CCHA, I mean, how do the styles really differ to you?
Yeah, it's not that different. I mean, D1 hockey is D1 hockey. It'll be difficult every night regardless. It's a matter of who shows up the best that night, and I think we were that team this weekend.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.